Hey guys, this is market update. I think all of the pieces are now in place for the next bull market or the next expansion, whatever you might want to call it. So I'll go through why in this video. But before that, just looking at the market, there's no speculation in Bitcoin now, right? We are in a bear market, not just for the price, but the whole kind of speculation or the hot air that comes into Bitcoin sometimes, there's none of that. That's a good time to buy it, right? Bitcoin's at its trend rate of growth. So it is a good time to buy. It's not overdone. 70,000 isn't an expensive, 76,000 isn't an expensive price when you look at the trend, right? So just that itself, right? Just from a first principles basis, you're buying strong assets that are going to outperform, and you're buying Bitcoin when there's no puff in it, which is good news. The other things that could have been potential banana skins have all just passed. Kevin Walsh got confirmed. He's kind of dovish on rates, like decent. And then you've got the Middle East war, which seems to be tapering down, and it looks like oil and gas prices are going to continue to come off, which gives everyone, everyone can breathe a sigh of relief, especially governments who need to monetize their debt. And, if you've got oil and gas prices coming off, then they can maybe monetize their debt, maybe drop interest rates a little bit, which eases everything and eases markets, right? That's all pretty good news. Now, maybe we don't pump until after the midterms, or there's going to be that, right? There's always something, but we're at a decent position here, right? And so, look, you might go sideways for 5 or 6 months, whatever, right? Who cares? We're at a decent price, and the potential banana skins are all kind of coming out the way, and you can see the light again. And so I think it's a really good time. If you do trade Bitcoin, crypto, TradFi assets, anything else, you can trade them all on Bybit. Click the link in the description if you're a new user. Sign up, you make a deposit on there, they'll give you a deposit bonus to trade with. I think in the past we had to convince ourselves that there was a reason why Bitcoin would go up. The ETFs were a great example, and it did change the price completely. Other examples are everyone's going to use the Bitcoin blockchain. People are going to have these circular economies and all these stupid things, right? Bitcoin's going to be used by people in whichever way that they want. But none of that matters, right? What matters fundamentally is that the asset itself is somewhat important versus other assets that could be used for the same purpose, right? So for example, gold or large stock indexes or whatever, right? There's no reason why Bitcoin has to go up anymore. Right? You just know that it's actually fundamentally a better asset than, for example, gold or other types of store of value assets. It's going to just seep through finance, and it's going to probably make up a couple of % of world savings. That's enough, right? There doesn't have to be a bigger reason than that, and nothing big is going to happen on some day. It's just going to be this kind of slow attrition over time of outperformance versus a bunch of other assets, because it's fundamentally more desirable than those. And it has less entropy than those, right? The amount of currency that is in the economy is never, ever, ever going to go down. Never. So Bitcoin will go up in price because everything goes up in price. Luxury cars, toilet paper, right? Everything. If toilet paper goes up in price, Bitcoin's going to go up in price. So don't worry about it, right? It's a desirable asset. And the amount of currency in supply just cannot go down. So there's nothing to worry about. And when Bitcoin is trading at its trend rate, great news. The 200-week moving average, 20 to 30%, something like that. That's fantastic. And it's going to outperform the S&P, and it's going to outperform the NASDAQ, most probably, right? And there are going to be individual assets that are more volatile, more risky, that should outperform that. The amount of debt, the amount of currency is not going to go down, right? So just don't worry about it. When Trump says we're going to grow out of the debt, right, what he means is, we are going to print money because that's what we have to do. The amount of debt is going to increase. But what we need is a huge abundance of goods and services. We need productivity to increase. We need to control more of the world's oil and gas so that we can get prices down for that. And that acts as an inflationary offset to the amount of money that we need to print. But we are never going to reduce the amount of currency in supply. Just not how it works. Bitcoin's going to go up in dollars and other fiat currencies forever. The amount of debt does not go down. In fact, the debt to GDP could go down a little bit as long as you keep printing the currency. If you get a huge boom of productivity and you control most of the world's oil and gas and you can keep prices low, then inflation basically is the monetizing of the debt. But you need that inflation, which is currency, right? You need an increase in the amount of currency. Debt to GDP in the 90s, you had a big economic boom as well, right? But it keeps going up over time. So Bitcoin's going to go up. That's it. What we have to worry about is what is the growth rate versus the S&P and the NASDAQ, which is basically what we're looking at, and gold, right? Bitcoin's 200-week moving average is growing at 20 to 30%. The Nasdaq's 20, let's say, and the S&P's 12 to 15, let's say. So over time, those small percentage differences make a massive, massive difference. And buying Bitcoin at its trend rate is definitely going to give you those percentage returns over time. Talking about an asset that might go up at 7 or 8, 9% more than something else is obviously seriously boring, but that's real investing and saving. And that is actually going to create outperformance over time, and not looking at what is popular today or short-term trading or anything else, right? So figuring out like what is actually true. Is it true that Bitcoin is a better store of value than gold for those same properties? Yes, it is. Therefore, you should buy the Bitcoin and not the gold. Oh, but gold had a really good performance over the last 12 months. You have to think from first principles. No media outlet is going to talk about that. I remember when gold was pumping, everything on YouTube was like gold, 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 and the thing's down now from its high and no one's talking about it again. You just can't behave like that. You have to figure out what the best thing is and buy that. Bitcoin is better than gold. Bitcoin is a large capital asset with high rates of growth. Therefore, I should buy that, and it will outperform over a period of 10 years, let's say. The difference is staggering, by the way. Like if you have $1,000 to invest now and you put it in the S&P at 12%, so 1,000 times 1.12 to the power of 10, you make a 3.1x on your money, right? If you're putting that $1,000 into Bitcoin at its trend rate of growth, which it's trading at right now, and let's say it goes up at 25% a year, so 1.25 to the power of 10, that's a 9.3x. The compounding later on is insane. The difference to your wealth and to your retirement fund is going to be massive. What you can do if you don't want to go all in Bitcoin, with that growth, you can put less in, and you can put less money, you can put half the money in and still outperform, and then you've got the other half of the money that you want to go into something slightly less risky or less volatile, right? But what is the best asset with the most growth? That's it. Don't worry about the price or anything else. You just have to consistently do that. Sometimes it's really obvious. The things that are obvious are never really like potentially popular. Like for example, the new Ferrari car just launched, right? So that's in the news. And you've got Johnny Ive who designed the inside saying, people are dying because of dumb design. Touchscreens are dumb. We need buttons. Multi-touch shouldn't be in the car. It requires by definition that you're looking at the display. This is literally BlackBerry, right? It's unbelievable how that narrative isn't being discussed, right? You're seeing Johnny Ive basically selling a car, right? Saying that touchscreens are dumb and that buttons are good. Oh my God, this is the iPhone guy. This is the guy that replaced buttons with a touchscreen and an apps platform. And this guy, because he's being paid, is now saying buttons are good. Whereas Tesla literally drives itself. You can look at your phone. You don't even have to sit in the driving seat. And he's talking about you need buttons because you're driving the car, pushing the buttons. It's obvious, right? It's obvious. You can drive from one end of America to another without touching the steering wheel. You don't need to look at the road. In fact, you can just speak to Grok in the car and tell Grok what you want to do. Sometimes it's really obvious, right? This is Tesla's stock price versus Ferrari. He's literally made a BlackBerry phone when the iPhone now exists. The irony is just unbelievable. Sometimes it's really obvious, and you just have to have patience and know that you have to make the right decision. And it's not about the price of the asset or will it go up right now or anything else. Over time, the truth comes out, right? Cream rises to the top. I believe Bitcoin is a strong asset with high amounts of growth left in it versus the other assets that I would want to put money into, right? Gold versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the iPhone and gold is the BlackBerry, right? It's pretty obvious, and it's just going to slowly wave on, in my opinion. And it's at a great price now versus its trend. If you do trade Bitcoin, crypto, TradFi assets, anything else, you can trade them all on Bybit. If you click the link in the description, make a deposit as a new user, then Bitcoin will give you a deposit bonus. I'm James, this is MoneyGG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.